Hello everyone and welcome to Stockology. And as I says, after 2 weeks, it's almost a 2 week. After 2 weeks, we are going to look back at the share of Bajaj Housing Finance. And if you remember in our last video of Bajaj Housing Finance, that this share came and it directly went up to its initial value and hit up to almost at 160. And I said that time that after 1 or 2 weeks the share will reach its original value, and then we will look at the share price, and then we'll find where to take an entry or where to take an exit. So right now the price of share is 159.31. As you already know, it already hit higher, so it is lower than what its value was. So as you look, today's performance is 162.4 and 158. So far it is in between this, and the 52-week high is 188.50, which is kind of lower, as I was expecting it to go above 200. So that was my prediction, as the market is still going right now at 10.54. So it could change in the future. Let's see. It's a little bit depth, and that's the kind of really good thing. Including total bid and ask total, so they are relatively quite high, so it can be said that people are quite interested in this particular share. So we come here, there is revenue, profit and net worth, by which you can easily understand that the share is really good on paper, by the way. And here we come with some details. There was no much of a difference here. As you can say, 100% was owned by promoters, but now 88.75, obvious 22 point something percent was 21 point something, 21.225 share was allowed for the retailer, for investor and mutual fund to take an entry here. So here it is, and let's check our initial chart, the chart which we are going to look here. As there was in month, there was nothing in case of month, as the share just came on the ground, but we can find some really interesting you can say a graph or understanding that here in weeks we can find entry and exit point here. Right now this is one of the, as you can see, is lower and weak already, so we are not going to look for support, but we can find resistance here. Have a look in days, and in days we have multiple entries we can find here. As at first entry is this is our support, this is our resistance, obviously. One is there, and if you want to put, then we can put this one as well. Right now share is going down, there is no possible particular entry here. I can say that there is no particular entry you can look for. And if you look for the chart point of view, there is in candle point of view, then you have to look for every particular candle, and I don't think there is any need to look at them, but you can take a little bit of idea how the share moves. As right now it is falling down, obviously, below line. So if I have to consider to take an entry, I'll say 160.10, but I will not go for that, as the share is quite close to it. So if I have to take an support for this particular share, I'll say this is going to be my resistance for this particular support for a particular share. And for, if you want me ask for support, I don't think there is any support yet, as the share is already falling down. It didn't make any movement up or down, so there is no support, obvious support here, except for what we are seeing here. That's our resistance there. So if you want to take an entry here, you can look for 163.74 for an entry. And that's it for Bajaj Housing Finance. I might look it in 1 month or so to give it more vivid description of this year, as it would have moved a little bit more from its initial point. So right now this is the only thing we can come up with. So the resistance is 163.74. You already know how to take an entry here. Thanks for watching Stockology, and don't forget to like and subscribe.